Assalamu alaikum. Hi, everyone. For those who don't know me yet, my name is Zahra Riza. I am an Australian new Revert, and I started a bit of a crazy journey, or maybe 8 months ago now. So I'm in the process of sharing that journey with a few people, and I did an editorial for the ABC, and I've had quite just an outstanding response from doing that interview. So I thought I'd watch the video and just play back some of my thoughts and clarify a few questions, because I had some questions after the video was released. So it gives me an opportunity to kind of answer a few more of the commonly asked questions about the video, and hopefully it clears things up for some people.
Welcome home, Sultan.
There's this mobile phone game set in the Ottoman Empire that has some pretty sexist online advertising, and according to Demi Lovato,
it does.
But for a Brisbane woman named Zahra, the game actually helped her gain an international friendship and find out about
Many
a new
friendships.
faith. So I decided to call up Zahra and the player who introduced her to Islam, Kim, who lives in Singapore.
Assalamu alaikum.
Waalaikumsalam.
I want to give you a big hug.
So how did you guys meet?
We met on this game called Games of Sultan. Zahra is always the force in that game, okay? She's always very friendly, very helpful. So I'm drawn to her from the start, but we don't really speak until I joined the same team.
When I first downloaded the game, it was out of curiosity coming across on Facebook ads, and really intensely wrong Facebook ads. And I'm like, surely there can't be a game like this that would talk about women in that way. And then I downloaded it, and really just the connections that I made within the game to people came at such an important time in my life. Perhaps I was really lonely, not happy in my career, not happy in my personal life.
Yeah, I guess what I mean by unhappy in my career is, for the longest time, probably since I was 15, my job has defined who I am as a person. So I've always weighted my success and happiness around how successful and happy I was at work. And it's led me to the workplace that I'm in now, which is one of the most incredible workplaces I've ever worked for. Amazing company, and I work with some super talented individuals. So I'm super lucky to be there. But for me, I guess I've come to realize more so in my 30s now that not everything has to be about career, and perhaps my ambition has hindered my ability to form really amazing personal relationships, because I have put all my time and effort into bettering myself and working on my career.
So how did you find out that Kim was Muslim?
When the leader of that union started to get serious on we were going to win and be the best team,
I would crush our enemies.
she created a chat group in Discord. And so we all uploaded some photos and a little bit about each other so we could get to know each other better. In one of the photos I saw, Kim was wearing a hijab. My only prior exposure to Islam was a few years ago. One of my best friends basically started dating a Muslim Afghani gentleman, and he was at the time saying he was practicing, but now knowing more about the faith, I see he really wasn't practicing. He was very controlling of her. So of course, when she was going through the journey of wearing the hijab, that on top of what I guess you see in the media with all the terrorism and all the negativity around Islam, I thought that the hijab was a sign of oppression.
Yeah, so a crazy thing happened. So after this video and editorial got released, the girl who I haven't spoken to for over 12 years Facebook messaged me. So she Facebook messaged me and said, I don't know if you would want me to reach out or not, but there's so much I want to catch up with you. Would you want to catch up? And of course I said yes. I won't go into too much detail now, but I'll elaborate on that later.
I just was blown away with how wrong I was. And I felt really aligned with the equality piece of, when a woman covers, it becomes about people getting to know her for who she is, not her physical appearance or the way that she looks.
And what was it like for you, Zahra, going on this game, finding a friend in Kim, and then finding out about Islam?
Because I was atheist before this. I didn't believe in God. So I think if anybody had have been almost preaching in a way to me or wanting to teach me, it would not have worked. Like, I just don't think I would have listened. But I think because Kim was so reserved, and if anything, I had to extract information out of her time because she was so conscious of not forcing her faith on me.
I love Kim so much. She's just such a great human. I have no words can express how awesome she is and how much support she's given me, not only with learning about Islam, but just in general, just in life support. If I've had a tough time, she's been there for me, which is really strange from someone who I've never met. So I cannot wait to finally meet her in Singapore, and hopefully if I can convince her, because Kim is such a shy person, I'd be happy to document our first meet up. I just have to think about how I'd convince her to be okay with that.
This has been a journey for me. I didn't just come out and say, hey guys, I'm going to become a Muslim. It started with I asking Kim one day, I'm like, hey Kim, is it offensive for me to try on the hijab? I'd really like to wear it. And this is not the purpose of hijab, but I actually felt more beautiful covered. I started with wearing a head turban to work. So I just bought some scarves and tied it at the front. And initially no one said anything because it was just me wearing a headscarf. And then after a couple of days, some of the team were curious. They're like, hey, did you have a bad haircut? Are you starting a new trend? And then it became an organic conversation. Well, actually, I'm actually learning more about Islam. So I'm not sure if I want to wear hijab or not, but I'm just starting. So I'm finding out.
Yeah, I think a big thing that I'm starting to notice, and I guess a reason why I want to put together a platform where people can ask questions. A lot of Australians have questions about Islam and the hijab, just like I did. But just like I did, they don't have anyone who they feel comfortable to ask those questions. They start off that interaction profusely apologizing and not wanting to be offensive. So for me, I guess the aim is I'd really like to have a platform where people can feel comfortable asking questions about Islam. So yeah, that's why I've started some social media pages. I've got the Facebook page, and I'll start YouTube just to start documenting my journey. Yeah, I'm crazy busy this week with getting everything out of the house. I've almost sold my entire life pretty much, so I'm coming to the couch surfing homeless part, which should be interesting. So wish me luck with that. I might have some footage around that. If you want to continue following my journey and my weird and wonderful story, press like and subscribe for more content. I'll have some more videos coming out soon. Thanks again, guys, for watching. Assalamualaikum from your blue-eyed hijabi friend.
Subhanallah walhamdulillah wa la ilaha illallah wallahu